Okay, good morning, everybody. We're about to start day 2. I guess who goes first?
Me.
Emily Robinson. And we just talked about it. The trail yesterday was a little soft.
Yes, it was.
You're kind of thinking the same today?
Yeah, I think it's going to be soft. It snowed a little bit last night, so yeah, for sure. It's going to be a little soft out there.
And then I'm going to turn the camera around. Tell us about your dogs real quick. Let's go like this. Who are your lead dogs?
Vicky and Urchin.
Hi, guys. And how old are they?
Vicky's 3 and Urchin's 3.
Okay, right on. And down the row here?
Fleet and Lake.
These two right here?
Yes.
They're so beautiful. And these guys?
That's Fretzy and Wrangle.
Right on.
And then Chat and Cobalt.
Okay, what a great team. And who's helping you in the family?
My mom, brother, and dad.
So that's a whole family effort.
Yep.
Everybody, here's your #1 time from yesterday. Emily Robinson. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Here we go. We're about to start off for Enjoy the Feed. We're right there. Just a few minutes away.
Seconds away. 3, 2, 1. Okay, team number 2, stop right at the starting line. That was the time for the honorary.
So that was the honorary musher just went out.
Team number 2, stop right there.
We're all good. Here's Dad coming in. Bib number 2, Emily Robinson. The first bib was our honorary musher. There's the family affair here. Emily on her sled. Dogs all ready. She has 2 minutes now, with less than 2 minutes to get ready. There she is, friends. Emily Robinson, bib number 2. Welcome to Knik, Alaska. Kale Casey here with you for day 2 of the live coverage of the Knik 100. You're here right up close with Emily Robinson team. She had the fastest time yesterday. Let us know where you're from. Have you been to Knik before? We have mushers on this channel. We have new folks from all over the world. Welcome aboard for a beautiful day of dog power. Right on. Welcome, everybody. Love seeing where you're from. Great to have you here, Bonnie and Terry and everybody. Wherever you are in the world, welcome to Knik. Here we go. Emily's off. Bib number 2. There she goes. All right, our fastest time from yesterday came from our junior musher right there. Conditions are a little slower today, friends. There's our tight zoom. Beautiful looking team there. Will Rhodes will be up next. Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks, Barbara, and thanks everybody for the support yesterday. It was an emotional day, and we really appreciate you guys loving and caring and supporting this community. We're doing it for the juniors. Look at them go. Junior leading the pack today. There's Emily. Here comes Will Rhodes, so we'll go up nice and slowly so you can see the whole team. These are Mackey dogs out of Fairbanks. We have number 3. There's our dog who likes to clap. I love you. You're the clapper. Yes, you're the bestest. I know. Clap, clap, clap. Oh, man. Dogs will save the world. Just protect them. Take good care of them. Here we go. Will Rhodes up close.
30 seconds.
Here we go. There's the man right here, bib number 3. Looking good. For all you Will Rhodes fans, he's nice and confident, calm, ready to go. There's the sled. There's the line. Here's what it looks like behind. Give you a different perspective here today. About to pull the hook here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right on. Welcome everybody from around the world. There you go. Will Rhodes, bib number 3.
Team number 4.
Knik, Alaska, at its finest right now. Hitting the lake right there. So there's the lake.
Team number 4. Can't you guys count? Team number 4.
Getting a little ornery over there. We're going to keep following this shot. I really like this shot across the landscape here. Trying out some new lenses for you. Look at that. Beautiful team. Just getting in a nice rhythm. Always like seeing Will. Always like seeing Brenda. Let's just follow them a little bit longer today. Those are the stars of the show right there. Thanks for joining us from North Carolina, from Panama, from Michigan, from all over the world. Thanks, Bonnie. Yeah, we're working on this new Samsung here, 23. Anything we can do to make it better? Travis Beals up, friends. Let's get a good look at Travis's team right here. Travis Beals, bib number 4. Hi, babies. Get a good look at those lead dogs. Right on, Walter. Thanks for joining us from Austria, bringing you right to the front of the race as if you were here in Knik. All right, from Clearwater, Canada. All right, Samantha. Thank you so much, everybody. We're working to get you almost better footage than if you were here. That's the goal. Bring you right to AK. Travis Beals, friends. Bib number 4. Day 2 Knik. Here he comes. Looking good. New father. Very relaxed. Nice slow start. There's that nice little wave of the hand from Travis. About 30 degrees today, 28 degrees today, 6 inches of new snow. Winds overnight. Trails will be slower. That's just how it is. There goes Travis Beals, Turning Heads Kennel. His wife Sarah is also in the race today. Look at that. Just a beautiful team, nice and steady. Travis likes to train in our neighborhood, so we get to see the dogs going by Kashwitna Lake and Denali and Willow, and it's just beautiful to see. He always gets in a nice pace. And there he goes. Daddy from Ottawa, right on. Canada. Go, Travis. There's Turning Heads right there. It's so good to see everybody's Faith from Ohio. Catherine from North Carolina. This is great. You guys keep me motivated here. I appreciate it. We're also thinking about it. Mr. Paul Gephardt today. We're missing him. All right. Brenda in the house. Here we go. Here's Brenda Mackey. Whoop, sorry. Let me get this pinched in here, friends. Hold tight. There we go. Better framing. All right. Look at that. Let's go look at these guys up here. Beautiful dogs. Oh, man. Mackey dogs again from Mackey's Racing Kennels. About to pull the hook up there. Here we go. Look at that. Super close to the team there. We're just a few inches away from them. They know to go right by me to get you the best shot. But if you're wondering at home, am I close to the dogs? Yes, I'm right next to the dog team. And there they go. That's that deep zoom. And off for Brenda Mackey here, friends. It does get quiet for a minute, doesn't it? It gives us a chance to regain our composure here. Those dogs are barking right in our ears. And as always, if you go to a sled dog race, please don't bring your dogs and bring your ear protection. You might want it. That's just good advice here from us who attend sled dog races around the world. There goes Brenda Mackey. Looking good. Across the lake. We'll swing it around. Look at this quiet team. You could hardly even tell they were here, right? Wow. What a difference. What an amazing difference. So cool. Well, okay, we got the lead dogs not lining out right now, but they maybe just need to get a little frisky for a second. Like that. And then we'll get them back in line here. Oh boy, they're kind of all over the place. Let's see if this comes together. We are with Joe Weber right now. That's Joanna Jagow's husband, Joe Weber, out of Fairbanks. Looking nice and calm back there on his sled. Lead dogs have settled into a nice spot there on their own. They just need to get some friskies out. And here we go. We're pulling the hook any second now. There they are. Look at that. Nice disciplined team. There goes Joe. Let's swoop him in the shot now. Bang. There we go. Joe Weber. Talked to him this morning. Trail was a little slow yesterday. Out by the gnome sign, a little bit softer. So for those of you who've trained out here in the Susitna River corridor, Squedna, the whole area, there's a gnome sign out there. And that's sort of a known training turnaround / trail system. A little bit soft. So we had 6 inches yesterday of super light snow. We have 6 more overnight of heavier snow. Up next in the chutes, Riley Dyche. So we're just following Joe Weber out right now. Looking at that beautiful team heading off. He's on his magic carpet ride right now. About 5 to 6 hours of racing today for the top teams. 6 to 7 hours for the slower teams. Oh boy, Riley Dyche. There's his dog team looking good. Riley out of Fairbanks moved to Big Lake. Let's look at all these guys. Look at that group of warriors. And there's Riley up there. We did a pre-race interview. He's just getting his dogs down the trail today. Looking good. Talking some strategy, smiling. Here we go, friends. Ryan Redington will be up next, and Addie and Arian. So Ryan's up next. Here's Riley right now. Thanks for joining us. Share the feed. Get this to friends who you think might love some dog power in their life. Wake up on a Sunday and see this. Single lead dog here today. Look at that guy, just looking great. Final countdown. That's a single lead. And there goes Riley. Off and running. Smile on his face. We're so glad that he moved down to Willow, Big Lake area. There goes Riley. Single lead. So I had a question yesterday. You know, how many teams go out with single lead? Not many, but Riley's one of them. You can do double lead, 2 dogs up front, but you can also do single. Remember, lead dogs are their own little special club. They've got to have the confidence to be out there and set a pace. And you could tell that single lead dog was all up for that task. Riley Dyche right there. Ryan Readington right behind me. I'm about to spin around and get him. Let's get on Ryan's team right here. There he is. Saying hi to his dogs right now. He flew in for the race. We're sending love to Ramey and Barbara. There's Ride. Moving some dogs around, doing what he does. That classic bright green. Great looking happy dogs here, friends. Yep, light up the lead dogs, a campaign to get all the teams with bright green lights. There we go. There goes Rai, heading out. Nice, he's on his break there, nice pacing. Those bright fluorescent booties. Bright coat, visibility, name of the game. Ryan Redington. Look at that. Thanks so much, Dana. Thanks, Rachel. Thanks, everybody. Here we are, day 2, right here in the neighborhood. For me, it's about a 45-minute drive from Willow to Knik. Roads are icy today and wet, and almost seemed like it was going to rain, but it did not rain. Right now, it's still holding at about 30. Addie and Randall next when I swing the camera around. Bib number 9, another junior musher right here. There goes Rye. Let's swing it around. Here's the Randall family. Addie Ann's team right here. Get a little bit right there. All these great junior mushers, family support up and down. Takes a lot of commitment, a lot of time. Wherever you are in the world, we're lucky to have snow. We're lucky to have a community. Jansen Funeral Home supporting the purse. Thank you so much. Scott Jansen, Knik Bar, all the sponsors. There's Mom right there. They want to go. There she goes, Addie Ann. Mom saying she loves her. All the good things out the gate. Bib number 9. So we've had 2 junior mushers already out the door in the top 10 with obviously happy sled dogs. Look at them just getting in their groove. Just stoked. 50-mile run. About 47, I think, is what it ends up being on the GPS. It'll be a little bit slower today. Temps are a little bit warmer. Welcome, Karen from Minnesota. So good to have you here. So good to have everybody here, whether you're live or on the rebroadcast. These races are special. There's only a few in the world right now, and these are the best teams in Alaska here. Shout out to our friends in Two Rivers. They're having a race up there too. We love Two Rivers. That's east of Fairbanks, 5.5 hours north of here, maybe 6. But for the community of Central and Southern Alaska, this is it. And we really appreciate it. Arian Sanderson up right now. You can see Arian up there. We got some dogs with some nice shoulder and leg guards. All the dogs are wearing booties. Appreciate all the comments. The mushers come back and read all this, so it's like a living diary for everybody. If you have questions, ask them. We have professional mushers from around the world who watch. They can help answer. I stay focused on giving you the best shot. Here we go. Arian Sanderson right here. There goes Arian right there, another junior. Looking good. You saw that double hook. So during the countdown, there's things for everybody to be doing. There we go. Nice running there. That's our bib number 10. Look at that. We went mushing last night in Caswell with Carrie's team. She took out 12 dogs, and we were on the trails for a couple hours, and it was just beautiful last night. No aurora last night because we're having these cloudy days, but a couple nights ago we had massive aurora here in Alaska, so you never know what you're going to get there. Milla, our neighbor, up next. Very calm team. Each team is different. I know we like to joke about that. Maybe this guy will get us all fired up. This is Milla's rookie team, entirely rookies. Beautiful looking dogs. She uses a different style of harness often with caribou, more Greenland style. It changes up the weight distribution on the dogs. There's a different look at the team right there. And I'll get out of the way here. Just want to give you a little different look. Okay, moving back. Oh yeah, are you excited? All right, there's Milla right there, nice and calm. Just getting a good training run in. About to pull that hook. There's the hook, and there she goes.
Sorry.
Milla saying. There she goes with her whole group of rookies. Milla Porcel lives right across the highway from us in Willow. One of the kennels I get to hear every night when I'm out doing my chores, and I call it just listening. I go to my Arctic oven that we have set up at the Alaska Dog Center. Stove is on, and I just listen to the different kennels from all over the neighborhood. There goes Milla Porcel. Right on. All right. Nice effort from Milla's team, looking great. Josh Robbins, friends, here's our esteemed veteran who runs the Outreach 22 program, which is designed to give veterans hope and prevent suicide. Outreach 22 right here. That's the shot right there. I like that. Josh Robbins living right up the road from us a couple miles. He calls it the Point. He lives on Willow Creek. A couple years ago, Josh trucked in 200 loads of gravel for our dog center, and we're so grateful to this day. That's a lot of work, a couple months. Right on, Joel. Good to have you from Canada. Brother Joel, so many familiar names and family members here. There's Josh, big smile, arm in the air. There he goes. Yeah, brother. So proud of Josh. He spends a lot of his time working to keep veterans' mental health up, keep them alive after they've come back from battle. It's called Winning the Battle at Home, Outreach 22. You can look it up. So please support Josh. Similar to Battle Dogs with Rick Castillo, this is Josh's life dream. When he came here a few years ago, he had no dogs. And now he has a whole kennel on Little Willow Creek, making a difference in veterans' lives, giving them hope, giving them something to look forward to, living through him and his adventures. How cool is that? Josh, we're so proud of you, man. Beautiful team. All right, swinging back around here. And this abuser right here. Look at that, there she is. Alyssa and her husband right there. They got a baby. There we go, if you want to get a good look at her. Smiles, nerves. Let's go ahead and look at the dogs. Warm today, friends. Barely freezing, about 28. It's warm. There we go. Yep, we had some sleet a little bit ago, so it's hopefully going to stay cool today. Beautiful, beautiful dogs. Look at them, ready to go. Give me that trail. There's Alyssa right there telling her dogs good job at the start. Warm day, like I said. Everybody's a little bit overdressed, but once you're on the team going about 10, 11 miles an hour, it does cool down. Let me assure you, the persistent damp humidity here in the Knik area, we're just off the coast. Cook Inlet's right over the hill there. Settlers Bay right behind me. So the waters of Alaska are not far at all. And so that persistent humidity and cool breeze will cool you down. But right now I'm way overdressed. And we had some sleet in the when we drove in today. Snow has let up for now, which is great. All right. There we go. This looks like Hunter. Hunter Keith in the house, friends. You can tell those dark dogs of Ramey and Barbara Redington. That nice breed there. Look at that beautiful, rich color. Big, beautiful dogs. Hunter's had a special relationship with this team. Iditarod. A lot of success. There we go. There's the whole enchilada right there. The whole team. It's like a visual buffet, a visual banquet. Right on. Yeah, we got some snow removal to do here in AK, but it's a good run. We like having the good trails. Hunter Keith trains right here. This is home for him right now. Here we go. Yeah, Hunter! Such a positive soul. There he goes, Hunter Keith. Follow along with Hunter whenever you can. He always brings smiles, always upbeat. One of my favorite things in the summer is when Hunter comes home from working out and about doing dog tours somewhere, and he and Jesse come to the cafe and we just have a blast, drink milkshakes, laugh and joke, and Hunter's just such a good kid. Always a good story. Look at that. And a big shout out to Ramey and Barbara. You're amazing dogs. Steve Hume's coming in next to the chute here, friends. Just now. Look at that. Steve Hume's dogs just approaching the start line. They're getting something worked out there. Sometimes dogs jump over the line. They're so excited, as you can see. It can look a little chaotic, because it is. When you have that much energy. You have cheerleaders of all sorts, like that dog on the right there, the front dogs. We got the bouncy. Steve Hume's here. Let's go up and take a look. We're getting that worked out. For those who don't know Steve, this is what he looks like. Staying all calm. They're working on getting a new neckline out there.
Hold up.
Yep, he's going to hold a minute. They're going to fix the neckline here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can stay there for almost 2 minutes if you want.
Okay, so what happened there is we had a chewed line. And again, think clearly, act decisively, stay calm. So they made a little repair, and the team is off. This is not a sprint race. This is an experience. There goes Steve Humes. We got a good look at him. Riding the magic carpet out there. There they go. Yep, thanks for sharing Hunter's website there. Thanks to the family. Hannah Petrick up next, friends. Let's swing it around to Hannah. There she is. Right there. Another young, bright, shiny light here.
1 minute.
There's Hannah smiling. Let's look at some dogs. Hey, wheel dogs. We call the dogs right in front of the sled, the wheel dogs, because they got this job to do right there. And then these are team dogs going up to the point and the lead dogs. Get some swing in there. Look at that, relatively calm.
30 seconds.
Okay, let's go ahead and give you the full. There you go, got a slightly different shot for everybody. The wheel dogs with the sled.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And there she goes. Nice job. Throwing some snow. That was pretty talented, I agree. Little snow flick there. Look at that, nice and smooth. Great job, Hannah. Bib number 16 here. We've got 12 to go, friends. We got another 24 minutes, so grab yourself another cup of tea or something bubbly and share the feed. We got more time. This is great. Now, it would be nice if we had a $50,000 drone package. We could be sending up a combination of DJI drones with a Starlink system, and we could be live streaming out there. But it's a very expensive endeavor, and until somebody steps up and makes it happen, we're just trying to keep the cameras rolling here.
1 minute.
I did get my drone license, so I'm flying a lot, but that next system is a real commitment. Isaac Readington, we have 3 Readingtons in a row coming up next. Isaac, Robert, and Ellen. We've already had Ryan go out. And remember, this is a half and half team. There's Isaac. Half of the team is from Jim Lanier, the famous Northern Whites. And then half the team is the classic Redington, dark, strong, red, black dogs. So there you go. It's a half and half. Looks really cool when they leave. Let's get this shot set for you for the start. There it is, Isaac Redington. His house is right around the corner here. Ed Streeper's asking about the winning time yesterday. That was from Emily Robinson.
5, 4,
And
3, 2,
you can look up on the Knik 200 page. She had a couple minutes up. There goes Isaac looking good. Look at that. Just a nice, calm team there. It does feel warm here, friends. I am sweating. I have no gloves on. My hands are not cold. And you know how much my hands suffer on a normal race. But today is warm. Got a couple more Redingtons up next. Robert is up next, and then Ellen. So Robert's coming to the line right now. Here, everybody's getting ready. There's Jaybird. Those dogs are charging in. Look at that. Robert, a really good skateboarder for all you skateboard fans out there. Robert has a reputation in Alaska. Oh boy. There's Jaybird right there, taking her photos. She's the dog mom. Robert's the dog dad. There we go. Yep, lots of Redingtons. 4 Redingtons in the race today, friends. And yes, B.I. Lewis just wrote, these dogs love this. They are trained from September with very light mileage. And by now they have to run. They love it. There goes Robert right there, looking good. Remember, the mushers have their headlamps on because by the time they get 4 or 5 hours into this race, it's going to be sunset at 3:17 today, sunrise 10:17. So we've already had our sunrise. Solstice coming up in a couple days, longest nights of the year, so mushers go out with their headlamps, and they are required to carry gear. This is just like every other race, sleeping bag, cooker, booties, the whole 9 yards. That way, if they have an issue, they are set. That's the best practice. An axe, things like that. Of course, they're going to stop and snack the dogs. With these temperatures, they have to watch out. Okay, Ellen Readington coming in right here, the 4th Readington of the day. Let's get you a nice steady shot here. There's Ray. There we go. There's Father Ray with his daughter on the sled. Nice little calming here for the team. Nine dogs today for Ellen. And there she goes, a quick little wave. Thanks, Ellen. 4th Redington out. We had Ryan up earlier in the top 10. Then we had Isaac, Robert, and Ellen all in a row here. And no surprise, the Redington family's contributions to the bloodlines, to keeping races alive, the amount of work that Barbara and Ramey do. And Pam and Joey up in, late Joey up in Manly, all the contributions are just way above and beyond. The junior Iditarod, the Knik races, and the results are that the junior program is just alive and well. Will do for sure, Bonnie. Okay. Sarah Stokey in the house. Sarah, a new mom. There she is. Oh, do you want to say hi? Are we hanging out? Are we hanging out? Okay. Okay. All right, let's go to these lead dogs. There we go. That's all Sarah's team right there. Turning Heads Kennel.
Queen.
There goes Sarah. Look at that, thanking her handler. Waving. All right. A little calm in the action for your dogs at home. They'll get that little break. They can hear the distance, but nothing like having a fired up team right here to fill up a house. I agree. I turn on my Bose surround sound when I'm watching this stuff. I want it to be full and perfect. It just brings me a lot of joy to watch these dogs run. I hope it does you. There's something deeply special about the Alaskan sled dog. They are way tougher than most humans will ever be. But we draw strength from them, we learn how to respect them and work with them, and then they bring us enormous comfort. They are the solution to getting around Alaska Wise dogs. Look at that. Let's get in on this. Just take all that in. Which is your favorite? They're all my favorite. McKenna Hansen here. See that gang line, and then the necklines. The gang line is blue. That comes off the sled. The necklines come off the gang line. They attach to the collars, and they attach to the rears of the dogs. So the dogs are attached in two places. Lead dogs have that yellow line between themselves. You can see that right there. So that's how they're connected, right? Nice colors here. Good job on this system. Great for teaching. All the yellows attached to dogs. The blue comes off the sled. Here we go. Wow. Moving, focused, running. Look at them run. Different styles for how to start. Some teams like to start a little slower, using that foot drag. And maybe even that's how they train. And then some dogs, like McKenna's team here, like to really move out the gate. That's McKenna Hansen there, bib number 21. Travis Vanderhoof up next, Barry Monoface after that, Mike Parker after that. Still plenty of racing to go, friends. There goes McKenna off into the morning here. The sun is up, but you can't quite tell. There's a little bit of activity up in the sky, some breaking up a little bit. But generally we're in a 20-degree and snowy off and on pattern. Travis Vanderhoof right here. Let's get the camera just right. There we go. That's how I want it. Travis does a lot of work, like I said yesterday, taking care of the trails that we train on. We really appreciate Travis and his wife and their friendship. You might not believe this, friends, but I went to their house in Wisconsin in 2020 before they moved up, and then was super stoked to have them in the neighborhood. It's a really neat connection there. Look at those beautiful brown dogs. Yeah. There we go. Travis Vanderhoof. Here we go. Wandering away a little bit, but they're about to get focused. Yeah! There's Travis with the wave. How about that lead dog doing that big jump, man? That is so cool. Oh, this new lens here sometimes likes to go on its own. I got to learn why. There it is. Oop. Okay, I might have to abort on that. Okay. We're going to go manual here. There's Travis looking good. I believe Mary's team's coming up right behind me. I can hear him. So I'll swing this way. There we go. Jessica Clayka up front. There she is with baby. Let's go and get that shot. Right here. I gotta come around this way. Let's look what's in the backpack. Hi, Pumpkin. All generations here, friends. Mary Bonaface here from Michigan, racing with the Clayka's dogs. That's what it looks like to be right there on the sled dog team. All right, here comes the countdown. There she goes. Smiling. Mary Boniface heading down. Good to have you, Kathleen, our neighbor. Good to have everybody here, whether you live down the street or you're sitting in the parking lot or live across the world. Welcome. What a great community. Oh boy, Mike Parker up next. I see the Northern Whites next to me. Let's give Mary a few more minutes for her family to see her magic carpet ride there on day 2 of the Knik 100.
Good morning, Kale. How you doing, buddy?
There she goes. There's Hugh. He's representing the Lanier dogs. Here they are, the Northern Whites.
Luke and Ushi up in lead today.
Who's up in lead?
Luke, he's the boy here on the left, and Ushan's take it's a Russian word.
Luke and Ushi. Right there.
Luke's amazing. Yeah.
Look at those Northern Whites friends. Sending all our love to Jim and his wife. Look at that. Oh, yeah, lead dog. Okay, getting set up right here for the blast off. Northern Whites forever. I love that, Gypsy. Thank you. A lot of heartbreak last weekend, but the dogs are resilient. There goes Mike right there.
I can't count. Love you, baby.
Right on. Mike Parker, been through a lot last week. A lot of restless nights, a lot of heartache, a lot of why.
I bet you he passes at least 4 or 5 teams. At least, Dave.
He does what?
He'll pass a few teams today. But
Okay. Yeah. And you took these dogs on the Willow 300 in a few races, right?
we won the Kobuk 440.
In the
a couple
440,
years
yep.
ago, made it to Ruby. I mean, they've been all over. They're
Yep.
amazing dogs.
Amazing dogs. Here he is again. Let's get a good look at the whites on the carpet out there. There we go. Mike Parker. There he is, just relaxed on his sled. Looking great. Okay, we're going to spin it around here. Let's see if we can get the gimbal to kick back in. All right, there it is. That's good news. Whoop, whoop, whoop. They're trying to slow this team down here. Sydney Ball here. Sydney Ball up on that sled right there. Look at that. Let's get a nice long shot here, and I'll zoom in on Sydney. Look at those guys. Let's just talk about lead dogs. What do you think's going on in their head right now? Those dogs have nobody telling them what to do but themselves. Look at that. Give me that trail. That's what they're saying. Give me that trail. Give us the opportunity to run. It's just so clear what they're saying, friends. Give me the trail. All right, there we go. There's our musher, looking great. Calm. In the shot. Yeah, I know, lots of tears there. I love the Northern Whites. This whole team fired up, ready to go. Might even get a little sunshine behind us here, friends. Yeah, exactly, Tony. This wait's impossible. Give us the trail. Just a few more seconds. I wonder if they ended up skipping a team. It feels like longer than 2 minutes to me, but there should be Sydney, and this is Adela. He's getting exhausted there. Let's go ahead and scoot up a little bit. Looks like it. Yep, they skipped the team there, so somebody did not go to the start line. Let's see this guy jump. Let's see you jump again. Yeah, like that. You want to jump one more time? There we go. Yep, so they had a 4-minute wait. That was a little rough on these guys, but here we go. There you go. Way to go. I know it felt like forever, didn't it? Boom. Bib number 26 right there. All right. That's what 4 long minutes feels like. So Sydney Ball did not start. Adela Pedersen did. So bib 25. That's why that was a 4-minute wait. But they are happily on the trail right now. Let's move it over here. Look at that. A little bit of light coming out of the sky. It's amazing. Should be Vern Halter, our mayor, up next. Mat-Su Borough Mayor Vern Halter in the house. Coming up next. There's a little look down trail. Let's get that. Oh, beautiful. Just beautiful. There's so many hues in Alaska in the winter. Hues of gray and blue and pinks and violets. It's just, it's special. All right, there she goes. Vern Halter up next. Let's spin it around. Let's see where Vern is. Or is Vern not going to start today? And then we're just going to go right to Christy Barington. Let's see how this works. We're towards the end of the... Whoop! There's the camera doing... Okay. Let's see here. It should be Vern Halter, then Christy Barington, then Sarah Giles. But right now... Let's see if I hear 2 dog teams. I'm not sure I hear 3. Are we skipping one right now?
Yeah, 27's not here.
We're skipping 27?
Yeah, 28 will be coming, leaving in 2 minutes.
Okay, we are skipping Vern Halter. He did not start today. That's called a DNS, did not start. No problem there. And then we'll have Christy Barington.
Team number 27, team number 28, come to the line.
Here we go.
Team number 28.
And what they might do is they might just pull from their truck. Here we go, the Barringtons. There's Andy up front. If they won't come to us, we'll go to them, right? Okay. Christy Barington of Seen Double. Anna not running in this race. They're alternating this year. Anna will do Iditarod. Christy will do Quest. Here we go. They are coming up. There's Anna right there. There's Christy coming in. Hook going down. There's the hook right there. That's stepping on the hook. Important part of the game here. Anna, all your fans miss you running the race.
Oh, they do. Yeah, it's fun to be a helper, though. I've gotten so much help from everybody. It's fun to help.
There we go. Thanks, everybody. Look at these handsome brothers. Looking great. Look at them. Look at that. All these dogs are bred by the Barringtons. They're little fur babies. There's a great YouTube movie. There's Andy right there getting him perfect little shot there for the family back home. Mrs. Barington, there you go. There's your daughter's life work. Right here. So if you're on YouTube, you can search for 63 Dog Night, and then that's a 6-minute movie about the Barringtons. 63 Dog Night on YouTube. It's free.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Christy of Seeing Double. Or is it Anna? Or is it Christy? Did they switch today? Just kidding. It's Christy. But you'd never know.
Check their chip.
Yeah, we have to check the chip in the back of their neck to know which twin it is. Sometimes it really is hard to tell them apart, and I've known them for 7 years now. It's crazy. But there they go. Live right behind us here, about 500 yards up the hill. That's the Barington kennel there with Andy. Andy will be doing bike races this year. The girls will be splitting up their races. There goes Christy. Nice long shot. We got one more team coming to the start chute. That's Sarah Giles. And then I'm going to head back to Willow, do all the snow removal, work on some dog kennels. We got a lot going on at our place there. 36 sled dogs of our own, so chores are just part of it, and they're a lot of fun. Carrie does 99%, and I do 1%. So when I'm home, I try to do what I can. Here we go. Last team up. Oh boy, the calm is coming over. Thank you guys so much for all the love there. Always trying to get new gear, figure things out. I got my drone license in September. I have 2 drones. Working on using those. Got the new phone here. The Samsung 23 with better lenses. And any support you send our way goes right into the next thing. Always upgrading. We'll get a Starlink here one of these days. Look at that. Beautiful. Happy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They've been waiting all morning to run. There she goes. Look at that. Peace sign. I love it. The howl right at the end just saying like, hey, we waited an hour for this. And there they go. Last team of day 2 of the Knik 100 right here. We're thinking about the late great Paul Gippard. We're thinking about the late great dogs that just got hit. We're thinking about our honorary musher. We're thinking about everybody in the family. Whoop, there we go, right there. There we go. His phone is so big and heavy, it's amazing.
He's stronger after that breakfast, Kale.
Yeah, I know. I don't eat, you know that. Coffee with butter. All right, there we go. Let's get a little recap from Andy. What do you think the trail is going to be like out there, having completed the Iditarod yourself and trained on these trails? We're warmer.
Well,
we have fresh snow.
Who likes to go downhill skiing on a powder day? That's what it's like. Although it's not as fantastic when you got dogs pulling you through. But they're all strong dogs, and there's a good firm base underneath.
Yep.
They'll do just fine. No worries.
And when you do a 50-mile, where are you snacking them?
Probably not. Not on a day like today.
Okay.
5 hours.
Yeah, explain that to folks.
We're not. Our game plan is not to snack. It's only a 5-hour run. Typically, they should be able to do that. But once they get back to their truck, they're all the food they can eat, and then it's rest time. They'll probably get tomorrow, maybe even 2 days off before they go back into the training program. The rest of the dogs will be right back in the training program tomorrow, so they're getting the day off while these are out racing. But for snacking, maybe a team will snack 2.5 to 3 hours out.
Okay.
Because they've obviously already had breakfast and stuff before leaving this race. Right
on. And then for managing the temperature, if you see your dogs get a little warm on a day like today, you just slow the pace down, or?
Yeah. I mean, this is a pretty good temperature, especially us for in the south central region. 25 degrees. I guess it's about at the start. It's probably 5 to 10 degrees colder out in the swamps.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, because when we drop down to our swamps and rivers, we're getting that different breezes. We're getting higher humidities.
Yeah, and you get an overheating dogs. Probably not going to happen. They can easily reach out and grab a bite of snow at any time. So the dogs are not going to be thirsty anytime out there. There's lots of good fresh snow for taking a mouthful.
And what do we call that?
Dipping.
So,
yeah, lots of good powder out there. Dogs will be plenty hydrated. Some of the dogs like to dip too much, and then they want to take pee breaks along the way, and that'll slow them down if they're over-hydrating.
Okay, great.
It's not bad. It's just we'll slow you down if a dog's got to kind of pee and do a little dance as it goes down the trail.
Right on. And then just as we close this out here, for somebody who has completed Iditarod yourself, do you miss being out there right now, or are you just stoked to go home with the other dogs? And
Oh, well, it's always fun to be out on the trail, and it's always fun to be a participant in these big events. Well, it's medium-sized event, but it's still a big event because it's a hometown gain, and there's a lot of dog teams crammed into a very small parking lot here, which adds to the level of excitement and the noise, and just having a good time. It's one of the early races.
it felt like to me, I mean, and I know the audience was keying in on this. This was a very vibrant morning again. Day 2 of lots of dog activity, lots of excitement. It doesn't feel like a small little race.
And
some of the best teams are here, right?
The noise and all the commotion that goes along with the big race, and for the few fans that did show up, it's definitely a lot of hands-on. You can get close and intimate with the dog teams and walk up to the dog trucks and see how the mushers are interacting with their team, preparing everything, and getting them all assembled before they launch. So it's definitely easy to access for fans, and a lot of beautiful commotion.
While I got you here, since everybody's just being beautiful online and expressing their appreciation and saying hi to each other, lighting up your dog teams to get trail visibility. I know that there's been some close calls with Christy and Tom having that incident a couple years ago with a vehicle sliding off the road and hitting Tom's dogs. You guys have been through this.
Yep.
What are some of the things that C and Double Kennel does?
Back to that incident, that was more of a icy road condition, and a car slid off the road and into one of the teams. That was an unfortunate event. But what we do today for out on the trail for visibility, Christy and Anna both run solid red lights, typically a bicycle light that's usually a tail light that we've affixed to collars. And so you'll see them going down the trail. And there'll be 2 lights up front and the white headlight. There's some discussion about what color to use.
Right, I was just going to ask you that. Because
when you see them coming down the trail, they look like a 2-eyed dragon coming at you, because you've got the 2 lights down low, kind of wobbling back and forth with the lead dogs, and then you got the musher up above. Our opinion primarily is, if you're going to see red on the trail, you're probably not going to want to run into that, hopefully.
Right.
A red light means something that's either slow or stopped, or it's the back end of something.
Okay, good perspective, because we're seeing the conversation online, and lots of people want to support the effort to light the lead dogs, prevent dog deaths, prevent any escalation in this kind of unfortunate pattern.
Scenarios like people recommending flashing lights per se, but we don't necessarily want to we've tried all sorts of different lights in the past 4 or 5 years. We don't typically want to do the flashing light on the front, because that gives a strobe light effect to the dogs. The front leaders are always looking at that flashing light. So a solid red underneath their chin is probably better. And plus, the red does not affect their night vision as much as like some other colors are. Dogs are, talking to the vet, they are typically colorblind.
Okay.
Although their eye spectrum is more down towards the infrared versus the ultraviolet.
Okay.
So they can kind of see more a little bit on the red spectrum, is from what I understand.
Okay.
But they're not good at seeing blues and greens. So the red is better for night vision. The military and other people who are operating in the dark typically will use red lights instead of white lights for night vision.
Okay.
So it kind of goes back to reusing red for all those reasons, plus what you typically see on the highway at night or on trails.
And commonly available, right? You can go to your bike shop down in Wasilla or in Anchorage and pick up.
You don't have to go to a specialized bike shop. You can go as easy as Fred Meyer, go to the sporting goods section, go to Walmart, go to where they're selling the bike helmets. There's always like little Bell bike lights. Okay? Brand doesn't matter. The ones we like to use are that take like AAAs or AA batteries, so you can always plug in a new light.
Yep.
The rechargeable ones are nice. They don't typically last as long, but you got to remember they're underneath the dog's neck. They're getting banged around by the neckline clasp, and then also they get some drool and slobber on them sometimes.
Of course.
We haven't had any dogs chew on them, but they do get abused.
Yep.
So have a couple extra on hand.
Okay, great. And then tell us about the typical headlamp that's putting out that much light.
Oh, my headlamp here?
Yeah. Can you just show us that real quick? Maybe pop it off and just show folks why mushers use this brand so much. We have no stake in this, right? You and I don't own any stock in this company?
No stock
just so
in
we're clear.
Lenzar, and there's even an Exxon Mobil. This one was given out to Iditarod starters. It's very popular with Iditarod mushers. Exxon was one of the sponsors back then.
Yep.
What's popular about this one is you can put a rechargeable battery in the back.
Okay.
And it does recharge. Or
And do you trust the rechargeable to actually hold out here -20, -30?
I do. The recharge works really good. But if you're going to go on a longer race, bring your pack of 4 AA lithiums. You can also take out your rechargeable battery and add the AA lithium.
You said lithium as opposed to regular high-powered.
To alkaline.
Okay.
Alkaline batteries are a little more sensitive to cold. Lithiums also have a longer battery hold charge. They're also like 3 times as much. You're paying like almost, I don't know what the price is now. It's like $2.50 or $3 a battery, it seems like. When you get ready for Iditarod,
That's why I was asking. That's why.
Hundreds of dollars worth of batteries for your 20 checkpoints out there. The headlamp part is really nice because it has a high and a low. It also has a telescoping feature, which goes in and out for carrying your beam out.
Okay.
Projecting a long ways.
Yep.
Low beam for longer battery life, guess. And
Yep.
But if you have something you check out further ahead, whether it's an animal or something, you can put it on high and project out further.
Okay, great.
Very popular light because it's got the straps. It's adjustable. It's easy to carry.
Yep.
Sits well on your head over hats. If you're worried about it coming on your bag, there's also a little clip here that you can undo so that if your light comes on your bag, or you can
Right. You're not just going to beat your battery apart?
Yeah, so it's not sucking your battery life down in a bag if it does get toggled for some reason.
Okay, and on the back of the battery pack, is there a blinky red light too?
There is a light here, but it's so minimal. I don't even know if you can see it on there.
Okay, copy.
I think it's more gimmicky. We don't typically like that because that light's usually inside your hood or your hat.
Okay.
So.
And then what about reflective vests for the dogs, or on the sled itself, or on the gang lines, on the harnesses? I know some harnesses have them.
It is in the race rules that your harnesses must have so many inches of reflection on them. So all of our harnesses at least have some reflective tab. Our dog coats also have reflective tabs on them. Our gang lines that we use, the gang line is a solid one, but our tugs have a reflective strip in it.
And tugs go from the line to the back of the dog?
Correct.
Right?
So if you have a light that shines on our gang line, our dogs as they're running down, it's like a little star cluster because there's all the little tabs on the harnesses and the dog coats and the tug lines from the dog to the gang line. They all have little bits of reflection on it. And then the twins and myself also have a reflective strip across the back of our parkas, and there's also a reflective strip on the back of our sleds and on the front sides.
Okay, great. And Joel's insistent. He needs to know what brand of headlamp. And this is a famous one, so put up that name so everybody can see it, because I'm going to order.
There's Lenzars on the front of it.
Here we go, Joel. Lens. This website, I think right now these are on sale. I know that Carrie had just gotten a few from Jane, and I was going to buy a few more tonight. So you go onto their particular website, and that's what the Iditarod issues every year or some years.
Iditarod doesn't issue them per se, but there's some sponsor that picks up the fee for either carrying. Don't quote me on that.
Okay, right.
Lenzar is a popular brand that a lot of the sponsors will then tag their name onto it. So I think it's a combination of sponsor and the headlamp together that are providing for the mushers. But after you pay your entry fee for Iditarod, it's a very expensive headlamp.
Right, exactly. Yeah, what's that typically, that entry fee?
I think $4,000 was the early fee for this year.
Right,
so it's,
okay.
Late entry is now expired, so I don't know what it is. It's a couple thousand more.
Okay,
so
great. Joel, thanks. Yeah, thanks for asking everybody. Thanks for staying along. A lot of folks stayed for the interview, and Andy's a good close friend, as you guys can tell. You might remember we snow machined up to Nome together. Andy made that possible. He showed me a lot of the trail and all the cool spots, and he's a brother to me, and he's a husband to Christy. So I always rely on his insights because he's been there, done that, and he's still doing it.
I sometimes call the title behind the wheel dog, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the dog teams that
oh my God,
just the little stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, we just talked about headlamps for what, 10 minutes? I mean, that's
right.
A lot of the little stuff.
And I know in your cabin, the gear, all the gloves, the socks, the all the layers, all the coats, everything being ready for each training run, coming in wet, coming in muddy, right? Yep. You guys start when it's
People
raining.
Ask, why do the twins all dress alike? Well, there's two of everything in our household, so.
Right.
So, 2 blue coats, 2 blue hats, 2 red sled bags. Everything's doubled up.
And then you guys are a little bit more unique, and we aspire to be like you. In the summer, you're looking for food opportunities for the dogs, like extra salmon that's available, even horse.
Livestock, yep. Doesn't necessarily have to be one type or another. We've gotten all sorts of types, but yeah, we help up with connections of veterinarians, whether it's typically aged or ones that have gotten injured to a point that need to be put down, and we help recycle the meat that would otherwise be just thrown out.
By butchering and doing all that work and then getting that meat set for your dog so that when the season starts, you have a variety, you've lowered your costs, you've made better use of what's here locally.
Yep, locally sourced. That's a good point, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we feed meat and kibble throughout the season, whether it's fish or red meat. Chicken is also popular when it goes on sale. Sorry for the people out there. If you ever see a Fred Meyer sale and it's under $1 a pound, we may have gotten to it.
Clean the whole section out.
Well,
so you'll put that, you'll boil that into their food?
No,
or slice it raw?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we feed raw meat. So you think of how many wild animals are out there eating raw birds, right? So that's the main thing. You don't want to cook your poultry. It splinters and the bones become fragile. So raw poultry. We do a lot of raw red meat and raw salmon. We don't really cook much in our kennel.
And do you use a cooker in your dog yard?
No, we don't.
Okay, we just started. It's kind of fun. It makes me feel like I'm in Alcacat or somewhere.
In the winter, we'll get hot water and we'll heat the stuff up. We don't cook it, though.
Okay.
We'll give them a hot meal, but we don't cook it.
Great. Thanks so much, Andy.
Yep.
Appreciate you, brother.
Kibble prices keep going up.
I know, kibble.
It's part of the love of the game, so we'll keep buying it.
And anybody who wants to sponsor Mushers can just reach out, right?
Yep. As always, we go by Seeing Double Sled Dog Racing. It's a long title, but if you look us up, Seeing Double Sled Dog Racing, there is a spot on our webpage.
Right on.
Like and subscribe, I guess is what Kale would say.
Right on. Yeah, exactly.
We're also on social media, of course, Facebook, Instagram.
Yep. And then will you guys be at the 200 in January?
Yes, we will.
And that is January 6th, I believe, here? Right here?
Yeah. We're focused on today's race, but it's coming. We'll be there. We'll be ready.
And then any Copper Basin?
We'll be at Copper Basin also.
January 13, right?
Yeah.
I believe it's the next weekend.
Yes.
So we have the Knik 200 here after the New Year, and then the next weekend, the toughest 300 miles in Alaska in Copper Basin.
It can be cold.
It can be minus 50. When I went, I got my butt kicked, and I learned about double boots, double pants, double everything.
Yeah. And then Christy's entered in the Alaska Quest, so that's another 300-mile race. I think we got to be up there February 1st.
Okay,
Sounds about right.
And that's so the quest these days for the American side is what's the is it a?
I think the pre-race means February 1st in Fairbanks.
Okay,
I think that's like a Thursday.
Okay, and that's
the first week of February is Alaska Quest.
Okay,
or Quest Alaska.
And then Anna gears up for her first solo Iditarod.
Correct.
Because I read her bio on the page and it was very short and it said something like it'll be hard to do it alone or something like that.
Oh yeah, they definitely are two peas in a pod, I guess. Family, friends, cohorts, work together, play together. They do everything together.
They're
very important to each other.
It's great. Kuskokwim 300. K440, which is going to be January 26th. No, Kuskokwim. K300.
We're not going to Cusco.
The Kobuk 440 will be in April.
We have not been to the Kobuk in many years. Chrissy had done the Kobuk once, I believe.
Okay.
But I don't know. That's kind of a future plan. You don't have to sign up for that one quite yet.
And the K300, that is a ridiculously fast race, isn't it? That's a hard river race.
Yep.
Running up and down that river with locals like Pete Kaiser and those guys who train like crazy right there.
You're talking to somebody who's never been there yet. So...
I've been. It's nuts.
You've been there?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Well,
I've been everywhere. I went to at least one of everything just to make sure.
Okay. I haven't been to Bethel yet. Never been to Bethel. Maybe.
Okay, and Tony's saying that I think both quests are happening the same time this year.
I think so.
Okay, sounds good.
I don't know.
Matt Paveglio, I love you fellas. Right back to you, Matt. I hope you are well wherever you are right now.
Matt, this is Musher 785, if Matt wants to know.
Okay, got it.
Matt's always asking for our numbers.
And Tony's saying 8,000 for late entry. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of money there, isn't it? For folks who want to support what I'm doing, you can send donations to Ko-fi, and I spend it on gear. I'm saving $50,000 for a drone system that I can live stream.
Is it that much?
Well, I learned a lot in Wrangell. I was there for the landslide, and the DOT was using a live stream system by DJI to get the live morning flight back to Juneau so that everybody could analyze whether it was safe for the rescuers to be in there.
Well, I should be saying more like 50,000. That's it. You can spend a
Well,
lot more than that.
I'm thinking that's a 2-drone system with a Starlink system and some other stuff.
All right. Well, and then you got the subscriptions for your Starlink
Yeah, exactly.
satellite update.
No, we burn a lot of cash doing this, always have, but it's obviously I seem to can't not do it. I can't seem to get on the runners and run
Are you
dogs.
on Click Pick Gift? They send you their PFDs?
I'm hard to find these days. I've just had my head down quite a bit at home trying to, we have a lot going on with our dogs, and
I'm sure you got some snow at your place too.
we have snow, we have guests, we have a wonderful community in Willow. It's nice to be around. It's nice to see the mushers come in. I miss everybody, when I go away for summer.
Oh, yeah, you're a busy man.
I am, but remember, our community, and you can vouch this, our community is working places, right? I mean, the Redingtons, they're in Skagway, they're in Juneau, they're wherever they are. Everybody just splits to where they go work.
Split for the hills. Well.
And thanks so much again. We appreciate you, brother.
Okay.
And there's Raymond Walker saying, got 2 GI drones, can't fault them. And right on it. To get to that next level, though, I know Ray was saying yesterday, we could be live streaming at the tunnel. So let's do one
true.
bro shot here.
All right.
There's the sunrise behind us.
You're just so tall these days.
I'm way overdressed.
All right.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no, it's always a pleasure.
Thanks for giving everybody the insights into what you do for safety, because I know that this area.
Yeah, visibility is very important, and whether it's snow machines, bikers, walkers, skiers, there's all sorts of trail traffic out there that we're sharing with, and I ride a snow machine too. I play with dogs. I put dogs on the front of my bike, so we're always having these trail interactions, and just common courtesy goes a long way. You guys know what common courtesy is.
Yep.
It's everybody knows.
And taking off the headsets, being able to hear, being able to listen, right? I think a lot of folks think that these days you just go on the trail and put your noise canceling headset on and disappear into your favorite playlist.
That people do.
But,
people do, and we see it a lot summer biking, especially when you get on bike trails.
Yep.
So you can have all the bells in the world, and we come up right on their tails, dinging away, and on your left, and
they can't hear a
sometimes
thing,
they're oblivious, and you can't help those people. But
just a reminder, when you're out in nature, listen to nature, and we
go.
do call it listening. I mean, there is an art to just disconnecting, listening to what's going on out there.
Just great common courtesy, just sharing the trail, and if there's a blind corner, blind hill, just expect somebody on the other side.
Yeah, and anticipating, right? I remember my friends in Norway when I was diving deep into making Dog Power movie, and I would ask them, what's the number one thing you've learned? And they'd say, you have to anticipate every single thing when you're with your dog, whether you're bike touring, scooter touring, 4-dog wheeler training, whatever it is. Every moment you're out with them, you have to be on heightened alert.
Well, it's not just, it's everybody. So, when it comes to big, wide open areas and you got good right line of sight, let her rip. It's fun, hit the powder sections, hit the big, wide open areas, got great line of sight, open her up, have fun. You're out there to enjoy the trails just as much as everybody.
Yep. And when we get in those tighter areas, slow down the speeds.
Yep. Just
keep an eye out. Let's keep our great state healthy and balanced, where we don't have tensions and we don't have this heartbreak we've had lately. We don't want to normalize
it's sad. Yeah, but
it's hard.
Life goes on, and we'll get through it.
Yep. And we hope that maybe some corporate sponsors can help out too with some best practices. Like we'd like Polaris to step in and help out. We rode Polaris machines to Nome. And I know that they're very active in Alaska, and they could help out with
They've been a good community resource too. It's unfortunate, all the situation, but I don't want to pin one incident on the entire organization, either side.
Yep.
That's primarily what activist jobs are, is to create a ruckus, and there's plenty of noise out there.
Yep. So we want to partner with everybody. We're certainly going to be sharing more about what we learn from guys like Andy and teams. And I know there's a conversation about buying green lights for teams, so we'll see where that goes. And again, thanks so much, brother.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, everybody.
I
back
hope
at
we
home.
didn't bore you for this last half
We
hour.
still have a lot of folks on here. A team went by a minute ago. Did you guys see that in the background? Thank you. I got to head back to Willow. Love you all. I'll try to get this over to YouTube. Again, appreciate everybody's support of the community and being there for each other. We're all in this together.